Hey guys, Zero back with another real-time gaming video. A couple of important items. Yesterday, didn't make a video. Wife had cheerleading, I made dinner. By the time she got home and I finished working late, we ate. It was bedtime. Not a big deal. I'm back today. I'm going to try to make a video every day. Yesterday, it was pretty much physically impossible unless I stayed up to like 12. My neighbors probably wouldn't like that because I'm kind of loud. I haven't had any noise complaints about it yet, but I kind of try to be in the middle of my apartment when I'm doing this. As you can see, I'm on my couch. Because it's the least far away from all my neighbors. I think that's kind of a big deal. Um, yes. Also, as you can see, I decided to try the webcam feature. I really hope I'm not pointing the wrong direction, because that would be really awkward. But, like, I decided to try the webcam. So, like, why wouldn't you want to see my face? Because it does all kinds of funny things, and you never know. So I'm gonna try that. Just let me know what you think of the webcam. If I'm just too fat and ugly, I mean, just tell me straight up, like thumbs down the video, and just leave like a hateful comment, and I'll stop using the webcam. It's really up to you guys. I thought it might add another depth level because really, I mean, I'm casting games that the content necessarily is not exhilarating at all times. Sometimes I get kind of on a rant, and I think it'd be better if you could just see me do it. Yeah. So actually, that was so long that the deuterium synthesizer, did I say that right? Is almost level 3. Not a big deal. We're going to go to overview. So this is what you come into when you first log in. Again, so disagree so much with this. Freaking be able to buy this money to make things faster. I just want to go over some of these features real quick. Diameter determines how much space you have. So it's 12.8 kilometers. It's 163 build spaces, and I've used 13, as you can see right there. I don't actually know the math. I've never looked it up, but I know bigger gives you more spaces. I don't know the ratio. The temperature affects your deuterium production, and I believe your solar panel production. My position, not a big deal, just kind of like where I am in the galaxy. We'll talk about that later. Points are kind of cool. For every 1,000 resources you spend, you get 1 point. It's a much stronger and efficient ranking system than an Astro Empires. Astro Empires assigns you a player level according to resources spent in your account on a exponential level, or not exponential, but like 1.5 times level. So by the time you get to like level 100, realistically, it takes like a month to gain a level. Oh wow, see, I just gained a level, and so it automatically updated, which means my deuterium synthesizer was finished. But that puts me at a negative for my energy. So I'm going to start this, and you guys will never be around to see that finish, because that's going to take forever. But see, it auto-updated. This is a much stronger system, because whether or not I decide to rush fleet, or research, or if I rush defenses, I'm still going to be on an even playing field with other players. Whereas in Astro Empires, if you rush a certain tech, you can actually just destroy people, and there's nothing they can do about it. That's a lot more difficult in this game. It also is a lot more difficult to kind of rank surf and stay at a lower level just to pick on new players. Because, I mean, if you're picking on them and getting extra resources, you're eventually going to spend them somewhere. And it's going to boost you up really fast. And there are a few things in Astro Empires too that don't actually affect your rank. So you can do that and just beat on new players all day. And it's not really that's terrible for a game, honestly. Honor points are another really good noob defense system. I'm going to go to Galaxy real quick. So, you see how these people, their names are yellow? That's because the game has determined that they're close enough to me in rank that if I attack them, it's honorable. And that's important because it means I'm not a jerk. Right? So I'm ranked 1569. He's ranked 2600. But because we're both so new in the game, it's decided it's okay for us to attack each other if we can pull it off. I don't want to move left and right because it does use 10 deuterium per move to show you other players. Let's go to System 1. So these are the players that first logged in. These are the players that first created accounts. As you can see, they're red. And their honor points, HP, right? Because red is more important. That means I'm going to lose my noob protection if I attack them. It also means I will get a butt ton of resources. Or not resources, honor points. What honor points do is it gives me a bonus in attack and defense. So if I were to have 100 honor points and this player attacked me, I would have better defenses. My defenses would hold up better. And if I attack a player below me, there isn't any in the game right now because I'm still new and I suck. But if I were to attack a player that has a lower rank than me, and it says it's not honorable, I believe their name's going to be green. I don't remember the exact symbol. And it says I shouldn't attack them because it's mean of me and I'm bashing, and it lowers my honor, which means, and if you hit a certain point on the negative, it means anybody in the game can actually attack you regardless of rank, and that's not what you want. Because unless you're like top 10 ranked, the top 10 usually can't attack you. You know, if you're 500, you have a really good account, but the top 10 can't attack you because you're so far behind them that it's unfair. However, if you attack enough new players that the game allows you to attack, and you choose to, despite the game saying it's a bad idea, the top 10 or you know whatever rank can attack you, and that's just bad for business because they're gonna shut you down. Like the top 10 have a plan. They knew what they were doing when they started the server. Like you're just gonna get effed up, and nobody wants that. So back to kind of fighting and tutorial. I'm gonna kind of skip the rocket launcher. I'm gonna skip the supplies one a little bit. The one I really want to get into is the small cargo and espionage tech, which is this one. Yes. So this is what I want to rush. I want to get an espionage probe because I can send it to other players' planets and find out information. And I want to get a small cargo because it has 5,000 space, or 5,000 cargo, as it's called in this game. The reason I want to do that is because I want to be able to spy a planet, because if I go to Galaxy, I can guarantee you at least one of these players has a ton of resources and no defense. Or so little defense, I can build a couple of light fighters, which is actually part of the tech tree to small cargoes. Like, you have to unlock them to get to small cargoes. So I'll build a couple of those while I'm waiting to unlock the cargo in the tech tree. And that'll allow me to break down, like if they finish the tutorial and get a rocket launcher or two. If they're hoarding too many resources, it's worth it for me to attack and lose a couple ships. In most cases in Ogame, at the beginning levels, you don't actually lose ships. But you can take a lot of resources. That's why I'm rushing that, because I want to show you how to best start your account off. I mean, it hasn't really been the best because it's been like 2 or 3 days since I've been playing, but I haven't been playing actively, mostly because I don't want to get sucked in, because then it'll just eat my life, and I'll be good for nothing, and nobody wants that. Well, maybe you guys do, but my wife definitely doesn't. Maybe I wouldn't even mind, but yeah, my wife would be really upset. Because she doesn't like it when I stop going to work, and, you know, when I eat too many pizza pockets, it upsets her, and that's what I live on when I play video games all day, and O-Game is one of those ones that sucks me in, because there's so much to do. But yeah, so I pretty much guarantee one of these guys is going to have a ton of resources, which means he's not really playing, kind of like me. You know, I should not have 6,000 metal at this point. That is so new. My macro is so bad right now. Like, terrible. My economy sucks. But these guys probably suck as bad as me, at least one of them. So I want to rush to that fleet. And then I'll kind of go back, and I'll work on the defense, and I'll work on the resources. But honestly, building to these levels is going to be quick and easy, and I can do that anyway while I'm teching to small cargoes. But honestly, there's going to be more resources and raiding other players close by for the time being. You always kind of want to be working on your economy, but in O-Game, as a general rule, you can always make more money by raids than you can by passive income. You want to have both. I'm not saying don't get mines, don't be retarded, but you should not be relying solely on mines, because definitely that sets you in a course where you know, I mean, you could tell me you're not going to attack anyone, what level your mines are, and I could tell you in a year exactly where your account will be. What's the fun in that? If you know exactly where your account will be, taking into account, you know, maybe get raided a couple times and lose some resources. Like, you know that because you produce X amount an hour, it's going to take you this long to get the next upgrade, then you'll produce this much an hour. Like, that's boring. Like, you can take an amortization calculator and find out where your account's going to be in a year and how it's going to stack up against the #1 player, and it's not going to stack. You're going to lose because he's going to have spent time raiding. He's also going to have that passive income that you're building. He's going to have the exact same income, but he's going to be raiding and just killing fleets and recycling them and making a ton of money that you're not making, and so you're going to fall behind. So you don't want to play O-Game or even really Astro Empires with a macro aspect in mind. You want to do fighting. You want to raid. You also want to build that passive income, but that should not be your main priority. you should never choose to upgrade income over a raid. Unless there's like a very specific situation that you've considered. That's generally the rule. And so that's why we're gonna take that course of action with this account. So the nice thing about this game is that if I go to this, let's say this is small cargo. I want to build one of these. I don't know what I'm gonna need, so I go to tech tree. This is a really well laid out tech tree. As you can see, just for the small cargo, I have 4 tabs up here that we'll talk about. Okay, so it says I need research labs level 1. Then I need to research energy level 1. And I need to research combustion drive level 2. That means I can move the ship. And now to be able to construct the ship, I need robotics level 2 to be able to build shipyards level 2. And shipyards level 2 is what I need to build a small cargo. So that's why when this solar panel is done, I am going to be stopping that. And I'm going to go to facilities, and I'm going to build a robotics factory. Now the reason I haven't already done that or started at the beginning of this cast is because it takes 200 deuterium, which is a freaking lot, because I only get 45 an hour, and that's after 2 upgrades. So I mean, this has been 2 days, and I have enough to do 1 level of this and 1 level of shipyards. Because bear in mind, when I finish this, I do believe it doesn't give me like a scale. I do believe it costs 400 to do the next level. I think it doubles. I don't think it's 1.5. I think it doubles to do the next level. So it's going to take 400. That's 600. That's more than I have. Even though it only takes 3 minutes and 400 and 120, which is nothing. Like, that doesn't even matter to me at this point. The deuterium kills you. So I'm going to hold off on that until maybe tomorrow. I'll be able to have enough to build, because there's no point building the 2 robotics factories without being able to build the shipyards. And the shipyards have the same amount of deuterium. Oh, they're only 100. So maybe I could do it. I'm pretty sure it'd still take like 800 or 900 though. So tomorrow night I'll definitely have it finished. And if we go to shipyards, you see the light fighter. It's 3,000 metal and 1,000 crystal. It's actually more expensive, or the same price basically, as a small cargo. Crystals are a little harder to get, as you can see, but a small cargo is still 4,000 resources, but it's 2 and 2. So if we go into the light fighter and we go to the build tree, you can see that the requirements are actually less. You still need the research labs so you can get energy in, and energy allows you to get combustion, but you only need level 1 combustion. Same with shipyards, you only need level 1 shipyards. So basically, in the day it's taking me to tech from this to the small cargo, I'll build 2 or 3 of these, and that'll give me enough to defeat missile turrets, or rocket launchers, if they have 1 or 2 rocket launchers. Because I believe if you finish the tutorial, they give you another rocket launcher. So everybody, if you have 1, you have 2. Guaranteed, unless somebody's already attacked them, which they probably haven't. So I'll need 3 to 4 of these, and I'll have to build those that day. Applications. I'm not quite sure what the tab is for yet. Tech info. This gets into some deeper things we'll talk about later. Well, one thing about this game, oh gosh, sorry, is to move your ship you actually need fuel, deuterium, which you use for research mostly and moving. It is required for some ships, it's required for some buildings, but generally you're going to use it to research and to move your ships. It is a fuel unit, so if you don't have enough fuel, you're not going anywhere. Research does play into this. As you can see, my research bonus is times 400. So if I had 1 research, it would be 4,400 armor, structural integrity. And the battle math for this game is really complicated. It's not like Astro Empires and Skylords, where you can tell me the setup of a battle, and I can tell you exactly how it's going to end, like without using a calculator, just in my brain. I cannot do that for this game, because the combat is very in-depth. Like, there's a certain percentage of hull integrity. If it's breached, there's a chance your ship would die with a random number generator. In rapid fires, I'll run random number generation if your ship gets more than 1 attack in a wave. It's just crazy. Like, you can't know the outcome of a battle before it takes place, really, unless the odds are so stacked that it's just a joke, which is never fun. And here it just kind of gives us an outline of all the ships and what you need to get them. So this has been fun. We've talked a little bit about resources and stuff. We'll come back. I'll probably won't make another Ogame video till tomorrow night, when I can finally start building some research and some stuff like that, and that'll be fun to talk about. But until then, make sure questions, comments, rude remarks down in the bottom. I would appreciate it. I haven't gotten a single rude remark yet, and I'm kind of disappointed about that, a little bit hurt. Just remember to play safe and always look both ways, and I will see you guys later.